What's up, guys? It's Tech9. Today we're going to be going over the places where I have lived, and I'm going to be rating them on a scale of 1 to 10. Alright, we're going to start where I was born, Fort Worth, Texas. While the place itself is pretty okay, I mean, there is crime, there is some stuff there. I mean, people-wise, it's okay. However, the thing that everybody does not like is the bad weather. Everybody in Texas knows that you guys have tornadoes, you guys have floods, you guys have crazy winds. It's a mess. And hey, if you want to try that out, I mean, heck, if you're a storm chaser, that's your dream place. All in all, I'm gonna give that place a 7 out of 10 because it's great if you want to start a company. However, it's terrible if you want to do stuff like if you don't want terrible weather. Alright, the next spot I'm gonna say is Syracuse, New York. Woof. While I don't remember it that well, I can definitely tell you some. My parents live there and have told me a lot of stories about the crazy weather, crazy people, all sorts of things that would happen in Syracuse, New York. And honestly, people have said I would not go there without having a weapon to defend yourself with. And honestly, I'm going to have to give it a 2 out of 10. It's not a good spot to live in, unless you're stuck in your area. Unless you're going there for college, don't go there at all, and everybody knows that. Next area we're going to talk about is Monterey. Amazing place to live. You got all sorts of celebrities. You got the nicest weather. However, the costs. Woof, the traffic, even more so. And then, of course, you got top on all of that. You got the fact that you don't have a actual real airport. It's just mainly private jets and heckin' LeBron James and Steph Curry flying in for their weekend activities for a little picnic with their wives and children. And all in all, I would have to say that's pretty much a 7 out of 10 place to live. If you want to go to a major airport, it's about an hour and a half up to San Jose International Airport to get an actual flight that can take you places. Next up, we've got to talk about San Jose, California. Oh my goodness gracious, this is an amazing place to live if you're a kid. You got everything you ever wanted. You got lots of things to do, lots of people to see, lots of wonderful park, lots of different towns you can go to that's relatively in your budget. However, for the parents, it's expensive. I will warn you that. It will cost way too much money than you think. For example, you go to Palo Alto, it's more expensive than New York. However, if you want to do tech stuff here, great place to set up a business. Well, not set up, but put an office there. You look at Apple. While they started there earlier, the costs are too high to start anything there now. So I suggest if you want to go anywhere for business, I suggest you go to Texas or among other places that are close to coasts, and that will be useful for business. And I would have to say that the thing that worries me most about the Bay Area, and most specifically San Francisco, Oakland, and other hood areas of the Bay Area, there's a lot of homeless. A lot. And there are like 3 lined up on each overpass, and they're high on the street. It's just terrible. And if you can move past the high prices and the homeless people, for example, if you can live out near, just in the town of Almaden, it's not a terrible location. It's got some nice homes all around, and nice people all around too. It's not as if you're going to be dealing with crime every single day right next to your door. However, it's going to be too expensive for those of you who do not have anything set up. For example, if you're not either wildly famous and rich or you're in retirement, don't do it yet. For all in all, for San Jose, I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10 because I mean, you're going to see so many good people there. The only thing that's going to be a struggle is the payment, and if you pick a wrong area. Next area we're going to talk about is Southern California, more specifically Mission Viejo. Great place to live if you've got everything set up. Everything, and also if you're a kid too, you got LA that's somewhat close by. You got the beaches. If you go to a certain area in Mission Viejo, you can actually see the ocean. It is not a far drive if you want to go to the beach with your love or your kids. It is not a difficult thing to do. You don't have to take an RV and trek for 3-6 hours, or sometimes days, or to get to it. It's just a quick drive, and you can come back in a couple of hours after you're worn out. However, there's a little bit of a problem here. It's wildly expensive, and it's not for the faint of heart to pay for anymore. Back in the day, if you were, like, say, 2016, 2017, the economy wasn't so wild, and it was okay. There were homes there that were actually able to be purchased. Now if you look at it, it's just like 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, 10 million homes. If you look at homes where I live currently, you can get those same homes for $1,500,000 to $1 million, depending on the home. And all in all, it's a 8 out of 10. However, it can get a little rough on prices and can be a little bit boring sometimes. You just got to go look around a bit. There are some great places here and there. It's just a bit of a drive. Next up, we've got where I live currently in southern Utah. I'm not going to drop the actual location. I'm just going to say Washington County. This is one of the best places you can go to work on a business. You can work on start a hiking. You can start outdoor activities here. There is plenty. If you are an outdoorsy person, there is no limit to what you can do. Mainly for the indoor people, there is not much to do. There are maybe parks, one tiny little mall, maybe some things to do here and there, but other than that, it's just a small town that just got super famous overnight. Because, it was cheap, and people started moving here due to the wild prices of everywhere. And, however, because I'm in high school now, you would think that it would be like a really nice place to maybe find a date or go places. Wrong. It's not if you want a date, this is not the right place at all. You'd think that it would be nice, but however, everybody's got money. Everybody has pretty much the same family. It's got like 4 or 5 kids with the same. I gave you a phone at 12, go nuts. And honestly, it's just weird to be around these people. There's really no diversity at all. There's barely even 100,000 people here, and they're all pretty much tourists, if I may say so. While I am from the Bay Area and I'm here living in Utah, I'm not acting like a tourist. I work, I do schoolwork, I go work. I'm not going out, exploring the national parks and whatnot. I have to log in, I have to do YouTube, I have to go to my job, I have schoolwork. It's just not part of my routine. However, if you do want to do that, that's not my problem. And that's not and I'm not going to get mad at you. However, people who move here maybe think that, oh yeah, we're going to be real close to all these parks, we're going to be having lots of fun, when in reality you realize that this is 2 hours away from a major airport, and you have to deal with the idea that aside from the national parks, there's really nothing. It's just a suburbia. It's just town-wide suburbia, nothing interesting. If you're into history, great, but that's going to wear out. So, all in all, Southern Washington County, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. You can move here. A great place to move here if you've got everything settled. You're retired, or you just settled down with a lovely lady. You go ahead and find someone here. And all in all, and if you were to ask Zach 9, what's the best place to live? So, I would have to say that it really all depends on where you are in life. If you're a child, grow up in the Bay Area. That's all I can say to you. However, if you're an adult, which most of you are because you're watching this YouTube channel, I would have to say that if you're wanting to take a risk and go to Fort Worth, Texas, or any other town there, I mean, you're gonna be able to save lots of money and be able to get lots due to the market economy. And if you've got everything settled in and you've got a nice wife and everything's set, and maybe you're going into retirement, come to Washington County. It's a wonderful place if you've got everything settled in. Alright guys, subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all later.